pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Welcome, everyone. This is the Hot AF Show. I appreciate you joining me, listening wherever the hell you're listening or watching. I appreciate all of the support, the comments, the DMs are funny as hell. Let me know what topics you want to listen to, and I don't know, maybe I'll come up with something. I came up with this one like a few minutes ago, because I just got, the whole point of this podcast show, whatever the hell you want to call it. I guess it's not really a podcast if it's on YouTube, but whatever. The whole point of this thing was to talk about like the hot topics going on in society. And I didn't really realize like how much I get pissed off. Now, granted, I know that we're in a time of the elections going on and all that comes with it. The freaking China plague. And damn, there's a lot going on, really. But I never realized that I'd get so pissed off, even though I started this after the plague. But I'm like kind of pissed off on one hand, and on the other hand, like I just laugh my ass off about how stupid people are. Athletes and celebrities and academics. And watching like the freaking hate that's in our country, it's, the domestic terrorism that's going on. My first episode of the Hot AF Show was around if Black Lives Matter, the organization, was a scam. And it was kind of like a question, right? But here we are, like 12 deep. That's what he said. Never mind. Here we are, 12 deep. And it's come out. I mean, if you want to argue that the Black Lives Matter organization is not a freaking mob of a scam, you've really got some problems. Advanced delusionary schizophrenia with involuntary narcissistic rage, maybe, I don't know. But this whole woke stuff, like, who the hell came up with woke? I woke up. I mean, maybe you need to wake up, you woke people. I wrote down like a few topics here that I wanted to cover. And like some of the stuff like really pisses me off. And then there's some that I just laugh. And it actually makes me feel better about myself because I know that there's a lot of people out there that are a shit ton dumber than I am. And I think the man above that I don't have these feelings, and fortunately because I'm privileged, I was raised to, treat people the way you want to be treated. And if someone has a different opinion than you, that's okay. I mean, if anything, hell, try to learn from them. Try to understand why. Why do you have that feeling of that opinion that's completely opposite of mine? Yeah, they're extremes. You're never going to change my views. You're never going to change my mind. But instead of trying to, again, listen to respond, you listen to understand. But who in their right mind blocks an emergency room so that the slaughtered police officers straight out of Compton can't get the medical care that they need? I mean, we're not talking about being woke here. And if you're going to categorize this as Black Lives Matter, I mean, let's just call it what it is. It's evil versus good. You know, humanity versus savages. Right versus wrong. When our military shoots people on the battlefield, there's a lot of times that they try to save them, give them medical care. But here we are where you got this thug that shoots these cops, and then the people in Compton try to block the emergency room so that they can't get the treatment, or people, you know, that need treatment can't get in. While they're chanting, here we go, while they're chanting, they hope that they die. Fucking serious? Really? I mean, these people are completely out of their mind. There was a video I saw just yesterday of he had to be a Marine just based on, I guess, his, I don't know, demeanor. But whatever, doesn't matter what branch he was in. He was one of the brave few that served. And this bitch sitting next to him, or I guess because there can't be a middle seat, she's on the window, he's on the aisle. And he had let me back up. He had a MAGA mask, you know, the face panties. And she said something to him, and I couldn't really understand. And then come to find out, I listened to it again. Yeah, after he said it. Yeah, she says, "I wish you died in Afghanistan." She was probably 20s, mid to late 20s, early 30s at the most. Come to find out, I think she ends up being a school teacher. I didn't want to spend the time to research that. I don't give a shit about her. But who says that to someone? I wish you died in Afghanistan. I bet her parents are proud. I mean, think about if a guy would, like if it was reverse and he would have like looked at her and said, "Well, I hope you get raped, gang raped in, you know, La La Land, wherever you're going." Can you imagine? There was another lady that was on campus here in Florida at UCF, and she's not wearing a mask. And their policy is that you can't have 12 people or more than 12 people, you know, kind of congregating. And she gets this mob of, you know, liberal, ill-informed college kids all wearing their face panties, but they're hooting and hollering, trying to kick her out of, or get her kicked out of the campus. And she says no, but while they're there protesting peacefully to defund the police, and these are mostly white people that are Black Lives Matter, you know, we're one of you type of thing. I guess just because it's cool to say these days. When in reality, like the context, yeah, I get it. I agree with that. But the organization is just a complete freaking sham. Anyway, so like this girl goes up to the girl that was there, like with the microphone kind of on the opposite side. And she says, I hope you get the virus and die. There's another example. There's the whole woke bullshit society. I mean, here's one. The Burger King and McDonald's commercial that's got a king for Burger King kissing Ronald McDonald. I guess because, I don't know, being gay is cool today. With the slogan, love conquers all. Burger King and McDonald's have to put out a commercial that love conquers all. But they gotta make it with a king and Ronald McDonald. If I was Ronald McDonald, I'd be really pissed. I don't know. I mean, unless he is gay. I was talking to one of my gay friends, in fact. Yeah, I have one. I employ one. So fuck you, whatever. And she's telling me, you know, this, speaking about like the guys, and she was referring to them as the flaming, you know, whatevers, and how they can like turn it on and off in an environment like a party or a, you know, when they're in their, they're doing their parades and, you know, at the bars and whatever. I got no problem with that. It's totally cool. It's fine with me. I don't care. But how they turn on, she says, like the flameness on hyperdrive, like totally prissy, flaming gay, right? But then the next day or other event that, you know, isn't highlighted to be a gay parade, they're completely toned down on their, again, what she says, their flamingness. I didn't know you could turn it on or off. I mean, I'm a straight male and I don't become like more straight or more masculine. Gillette. Ugh. Anyhow, I don't get it. Ronald McDonald. Fuck, I'd be so pissed if I was Ronald McDonald. Like the costume guy, like back when I grew up, like you go and get your, you know, go to Mickey D's and you get on the playground and your Happy Meal and there's like the clown guy. Yeah, well, whatever. How about the guy that, he's a white guy. I saw a picture. So on his chest, he's got like this hairy chest and he shaves one of the sides and he has the black power fist up in the air. And it's like, black power, Black Lives Matter. And it's got George Floyd's information. I mean, what cuck? Look, it has come out. George Floyd, did the officer treat him in a overly powerful way? Yes. Did that officer kill him? No. That's a fact. That came out. He died of fentanyl. I don't care what you say. He was in the back of a police car saying he couldn't breathe. So, yeah, the officer having his knee on his neck for, you know, however the hell long it was, that was uncalled for. And yeah, he should be punished for it. But that didn't kill him. The drugs did. I think there was also like some methamphetamine in his system too. And in commie law, visits all these people and this Jacob guy and whatever, and they refer to like this guy that gets his tattoo of George Floyd, the white guy, to a thug. I just don't get it. I mean, it really starts to make you wonder, who's funding all this? I mean, George Soros, I guarantee you, he's got a lot to do with it. But I saw that picture. I was just like, again, what cuck does that? And if you don't know what cuck is, just go to the Urban Dictionary and regale yourself. Football season, it's back. I'm happy for college football season. NFL, bunch of losers, except the very few. But what got me this past weekend, watching college football and even NFL, said the players, they're dressed out in their uniform, wearing their helmets, mouthpieces, sweating on each other, spitting, fighting, up in each other's grill. No masks. Like normal, right? And then on the sideline, you got the players that are they're not dressed out for the game. So they're in their, whatever, sweatshirts and stuff. But they got to wear a mask on the sideline. And this bullshit fake fan noise in the crowd, like that, how dumb is that? And then the coaches, they're wearing their masks some of the time. I don't have any face panties around, but I guess I'll just do this with my shirt. So like 1 minute they're like this, talking on their microphone or talking to the referee or another coach, and the next minute they're doing this with their gaiter, and then they pull it down to like chat and whatever, and then putting back up their gaiter. Notice I'm having the middle finger here. What's that gonna do? I'm all over the place in this episode. I was going to name it like something woke. Probably should name it A, B, 1, 2, C, D, F, red ball, whatever. Because there's no rules here. There are rules. I'm not going to get into that now. There's no filter. We know that. Where was I? The mask. So a kid's school board came out yesterday with their ruling where, hey, they can have mask breaks at their desk, which is like, I've never visited anyone in jail, but like in the movies when you got the screen and the partition, whatever, that's kind of how it is with the damn school. It's ridiculous. The kids sit at the desk in their mask and they got this plexiglass, whatever the hell, partition. So then when they're sitting down, they can have a 5-second mask break when they need 5 seconds. Because apparently in 6 seconds, you're going to catch the virus. And again, it goes back. There's no freaking studies of long-term effects of mask wearing, especially for kids. One of the health people there, well, there's no medical data on the studies of long-term, mask, yada, yada. And it's like, yeah, because no one's done a freaking study. So there is no data, genius. Then one lady, my son's an anesthesiologist and he wears a mask all day long. It's like, yeah, he's in a hospital in an operating room where they're pumping more oxygen and it's temperature controlled. It's not fucking Florida with 100% humidity and damn near 7,000 degrees. God damn, these people are just whatever. By the way, it's Whiskey Wednesday. So, whatever. Haters, judgers, whatever. Yeah, judge this. And for those that aren't watching on YouTube, I got 2 middle fingers in air. Back. So, yeah, the coach is wearing their gator panties. I guess when the camera's on them. Unreal. The CDC, you know, these fires going on, these wildfires that are Donald Trump's fault. And that Joe Biden, you know, when he's elected, none of these natural disasters are going to happen under his watch. Just like they didn't happen for 47 years under his influence. But the CDC comes out and they say, hey, you know, these like cotton masks, well, they're not going to protect you from the wildfires. No, because the molecules for the wildfire smoke, it's like 2.5 microns in diameter. 2.5. And that's not going to filtrate or protect you from the smoke. Yet the COVID-19 plague is 0.12. So the cloth masks that all these people are wearing, they're not going to protect you at all from the 2.5 microns from the wildfire, but they're going to protect you from the 0.12 microns for COVID. Okay. Argue that one, haters. I'm so anti-mask right now. You know, the more and more I research, looking at science and not just because you're a doctor doesn't mean you're right. There's so much influence going on and agenda that's going on to where you really can't believe anyone for their word now. You got to like do your own stuff before you make your opinion. But no, we got the headline readers out there that come to conclusion after reading a headline. You know, the woke people. So apparently you can't sing happy birthday anymore to kids and, you know, I guess anyone because the P's and the B's, I believe what you're called plosives or something. Yeah, like when you're singing happy birthday, whatever, like you're spitting more shit in the air that, you know, is contagious. So we can't sing happy birthday anymore. You can't make this stuff up. I just wonder who's like in the room sitting there like, what's next? Oh yeah, birthdays. Those are important, especially the little kids. Let's come up with this mandate where you can't sing happy birthday to them. I just want to vomit. Who the hell comes up with this stuff? Well, I guess ultimately today, you're not entitled to your opinion if it isn't in line or aligned with the opposing side. So you want to debate something. I can't wait for the debates. Damn, that's going to be a party. But you're not allowed to have an opinion these days. And they're trying to limit for everyone in the United States of the freedom of speech, the first damn amendment. I mean, that's scary. And it really is how like the whole Nazi deal started. What's going on today? If I've got an opinion that differs from yours, you're telling me that I should die? Like I want to kill you? I only wish that on like a very small percent. If you're wishing me harm, my own death or severe bodily harm, or my family's harm, or hell, any innocent person's harm, yeah, I'll do all that I can to stop that. But I'm not going to want to kill someone because their opinion differs from mine. But that's what we're up against. And I'll tell you what, the people out there that are listening or watching, I know a couple of you that are. Can you just call me or text, DM, whatever? Get on the show and let's talk about this stuff, because I'll tell you if I'm wrong or when I'm wrong, or if you call me out because I said something that's completely wrong. Hey, wouldn't be the first time, but I'll be damned if I call you out about being wrong with facts that you don't admit it. And that's the other thing is the wackos, they never admit when they're wrong. Donald Trump doesn't admit when he's wrong. He's a narcissist. Uh-oh. Who's the hypocrite? I called Donald Trump a narcissist. Yeah, he is. I don't care. He's going to be our president for 4 more years. The debates, going back, this whole deal with like Joe Rogan potentially being the moderator for one, I would pay for that. If like it was like, hey, we're gonna make the debate between Biden and Trump moderated by Joe Rogan. We're gonna make that a pay-per-view special, and the proceeds are gonna go, to a charity, St. Jude's or some children's hospital. Damn, that's an idea. I'd pay for that. I know a lot of people that would pay for that. Hell, the whole world. The rioting going on. There's going to be riots and looting and just chaos when Trump wins. There'll be riots and chaos and looting if Trump loses. Not in retaliation, but in celebration. Similar to like, your team wins and so you set fire and you're just like partying. But damn, arm up, because Trump will win re-election unless it's rigged. These vote-in crap isn't helping. And there's going to be riots. So I'm prepared. The same people that want to defund the police again are going to be the ones that are going to call them. And all this hate. Damn. It's cool to hate on police. It's cool to hate on white people. It's cool to hate on, as long as it's someone that isn't like a common sense conservative. It's like, it's cool to hate on them. Jesus, look at the high school football team. I don't even know where it was, but there were these kids that came out of the tunnel or the sideline or the end zone, whatever, like their entrance at the beginning of the game. And they came running out with flags, like a thin blue line and a thin red line, like American flags to support the police and the firefighters. And these kids got suspended for that. Since when was being patriotic and supporting the first responders a suspension trigger? Are you fucking kidding me? I don't know, like, when the kids are going to be suspended. Maybe they already are. But if for whatever or however way or reason, if I can get in contact with them, I'll hire them to work for me for the day that they're suspended. And I'll make it worth their while, trust me. But if this tolerant, peaceful left, if they want to go there, these freaking riots and fighting, these Pantifa members out there. I mean, if you really want to go there, I'll tell you that the people that are going to be on the opposite side of you are a lot better at it. They're a lot more well equipped, trained than you are, you little bitches. So, LeBron James, your woke self, I really hope he matches that sheriff's challenge of the $100,000 reward for the coward that shot the 2 police people that are going to survive, thank God. But he won't. Because LeBron James is a puppet in his $100 million house. But he's woke. I guess he has a doctorate in political science. The dude can dunk a basketball, no doubt about it. But he sucks at everything else in life. At least, when he opens his mouth. I just shake my damn head. But also, I'm like, how fucking stupid can you be? You're going to wish someone that they die because their opinion is different than yours? But you're cool with pedophilia? Oh, that's another one I got to bring up. God damn. Fucking California. I got business partners that live in California, and I make fun of them every day about their La La Land bullshit out there. And trust me, they've said that this whole Black Lives Matter excuse has turned West Hollywood into the ghetto. And let me again repeat, Black lives do matter, as any human lives matter. The organization, BLM, that's what I'm getting at. They're a scam domestic terrorist organization. No one, because I've asked a few, some of them might even come on the show. Hey, can you give me an example of what Black Lives Matter has done to build any community with their $1 billion+ that they've received in donations? Where's that money going? Are they rebuilding a community anywhere? I haven't heard about it, and you sure shit know if they were, that they'd be having the media up their ass 24/7, highlighting what they're contributing to an area. No, that's not happening. Meanwhile, they're responsible for, I think it's a record, north of $2 billion in riots and their peaceful protesting damage. $2 billion. But no, the taxpayers, they need to pay for it because it's their money anyway, right? The woke need to wake the fuck up. Really. But I guess it's not cool to voice your opinion that is anti that. So many silent people out there that just feel one way and they're just too chicken shit to open their mouth. And I say chicken shit. Some of them you can't because, hell, you got a job. You open your mouth about something and then, hey, it's against policy, blah, 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 you're fired. It's like, again, the filtering and the limitation of your freedom of speech. You can follow me on Instagram at HotAFShow. Also got a Facebook page. Reach out, if there's particular, again, as I mentioned, if there's particular topics If you want to be a guest, open to that. I've got a list over here on my board of like all of these guests that are coming on. It's just fucking nuclear physics to figure out schedules these days. You fucking kidding me? Did this iPhone update and all the stuff's not working. Go figure. Yeah, that shit's not working. Apple probably heard me, didn't agree with what I was saying, so they turned my phone off. I'm going to wrap this one up. As always, enjoy your freedom, because it's getting smaller and smaller by the day. What they can't take away from us is our God that blesses America. Talk to you next time.